ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम श्रीशैलाभिजनाम्बुराशिशनं श्रीकृष्णतातात्मजं श्रीशैलान्वय देवनाथसुदय प्राप्तागमान्तद्वयं पादाब्जे नरसिंहताते गुरोः न्यस्तात्मरक्षाभरं विद्वद्वृन्दचकोरचन्दिनमहं रामानुजार्यं श्रये श्रीरङ्गसुधामधुसमास्वादयन्तं श्रीरङ्गमहिषी पदपङ्कजात्मजं सुलभाश्रयं सदा मोदसिद्धमद्भुतं भजेऽहं गुरुं तं रङ्गनाथप्रियं सुखासनस्थं हृदयाब्जपीठे चिन्मुद्रयालङ्कृतपाणिपद्मं शुभोपवीतं विमलोर्ध्वपुण्ड्रं नमामि रङ्गं गुरुम् अन्तरङ्गे नमामि योगसम्राज्ञीं विजयां विजयप्रदां श्रीरङ्गार्धासनासीनां करुणां मम मातरम् गुरुरूप परञ्ज्योतिः ज्योतिरूप गुरुः परः अज्ञानमन्दिरं ह्येतत् गुरुविज्ञानमन्दिरं मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं जयत्याश्रितसन्त्राथ ध्वान्तविद्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतत्व्रतं मम मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि. With salutations to our Guru and the Guru of all Gurus, we'll commence our session today. So in the last class, we were looking at how in the Kishkinda Kandam, 67th Sarga, Anjaneya, he has taken the huge form. He has realized who he is, and then he goes on to describe his own pratapam, அவருடைய வீரியம் ஷௌரியம் எல்லாத்தையும் தானே டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்றார். And he kind of beats his chest and says, I can do this, I can do that, I can shake earth, I can shake mountains, I can dry the oceans, and so on. So we also briefly saw that this is not to be mistaken with ahankaram. This is a true statement of fact. Many times when there is a Mahan and many people around him are, let us say, Buddhus, then it is the bounden duty of the Mahan to say who he is. Okay, so that those who are less knowledgeable, those whose buddhi is not of that same stature as the Mahan, they will get to know who in reality is. So that's why at many points in our Sanatana Dharmam, whenever there is a Vibhuti Purusha or an Avatara Purusha, they make a mark, and they make a mark even through their words. ஏன்னா நம்மளுக்கு புரியாது, அல்பமதினாம் நம்மளுக்கெல்லாம் புரியறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். அவ சொல்லி நான் இன்னார் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாதான் ஓ அப்படியா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கறதுக்கு ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இருக்கு. தட் இஸ் தேர் கம்பேஷன். வி ஷுட் நாட் கன்ஃபியூஸ் இட் வித் அம்காரம். ஆனா அவர் அதை சொல்லிட்டாரே, நம்ம அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு போகக்கூடாது. நான் தெய்வ சரித்தம் சரேத் அப்படின்னு ஒரு சூக்தம் இருக்கு. வி ஷுட் நாட் ஃபாலோ வாட் Devatas follow. It is right royal for them to do because they are in that particular, state, and they better reveal who they are. Tasyaham shighravegasya shighragasya mahatmanah Marutasya urasah putraha plavanenasmi tatsamaha. He starts with that slokam, describing who he is, that he is the son of Maruti, son of Maruta, sorry, the god of wind. And he is somebody who can really go at very high speeds. And then Parvatam Churnayishyami Plavamana Plavangamaha Harishyam Yuruvegena Plavamano Maharnavam. And then Latanam Vividham Pushpam Padapanancha Sarvashaha Anuyasyanti Mamadya Plavamanam Vihayasa. So he says that I can Churnayishyami, I can make powder of great mountains. And not only that, I can, because of the fact that I am so powerful, simply by the speed of my urus or thighs, I can dry the entire ocean. When I am doing that, Latanam Vividham Pushpam Padapanam cha Sarvasha. All the various, creepers, flowers, and trees, they will also get carried away with that speed or velocity. That is where and then of course we saw that Bhavishyati hime panthaha swate panthayivambare charantam ghoram akasham utpatisyantameva va drakshanti nipatishyantam cha sarvabhutani vanaraha. When I fly up in the sky, I resemble the Swati constellation, right? That is where we ended last time, isn't it? If I remember correctly. So we also saw that the constellation of Swati indeed resembles like a flying Hanuman. And the Vanaras who were assembled there, indeed, they looked at him and he was exactly resembling the Swati constellation. So we'll continue from that sloka onwards. Innu nariya avruடைய தேஜஸை பத்தி சொல்ல போறார். Let us stay tuned. Mahameru pratikasham mam drakshata vanaraha divamavritya gachantam grasamanamivambaram. So he is addressing his colleagues now. O Vanaraha, Mahameru pratikasham. I am going to now resemble the great Meru mountain. Okay. And Divam Avritya Gachantam Ambaram Grasamanam Iva. I am going to envelop this entire sky and it will appear as if Grasamanamna Muringarthan Mingestan. Yakash Manitni Mingestan Japtanar. I am going to swallow the entire sky, and in the process, I am going to resemble the great Meru mountain. And then he says, Drakshata, see me. He is kind of making them even more kutuhalam. He is raising their kutuhalam, anxiety, as well as excitement, actually. That, okay, we are going to see Lord Hanuman, who is now going to resemble the Mahameru Parvatam. And then he goes on to say, Vidamishyami jimutan, Kampaishyami Parvatan, Sagaram Sosaishyami, Plavamanas Samahitaha. He is again talking about his power. Vidhamishyami jimutan. Jimutam, we already seen, Jimutam means clouds. He is going to scatter the clouds in the sky. That is the first thing he is going to show them. It is a live lecture demonstration. Parvatani Kampayishyami. I am going to shake all the mountains that are nearby. You are going to witness that. 4D theatre. இடுப்பு கை கால் எல்லாம் நன்னா இருக்கிற வாழ்க்கை நன்னா இருக்கும். இல்லாதவளுக்கு வேற மாதிரி இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி இஸ் கோயிங் டு கிவ் தட் லைவ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் that you are going to see me as if I'm going to swallow the entire sky. I'm going to resemble the Mahameru Parvatam. Not only that, you will see that in the exhibition, there will be a lot of things to observe and see. Yeah. See, this is the first time that Hanuman is really showing who he is in front of other Vanaras. So therefore, excitement. மூவிஸ்லாம் பார்த்தோன்னா அது தலை வரார் அப்படின்னா ஆல் தி கூட இருக்கிற ரவுடிஸ் அண்ட் நான் ரவுடிஸ் தே வில் ஆல் கெட் எக்ஸைட்டட் இல்லையா? இது என்னதான் காட்டப்படுறாரு இப்போ பார்ப்போம். அந்த மாதிரி பகவான் ஹனுமான் he is going to show in a live manner. பர்வதானே கம்பயிஷ்யாமி, again சாகரம் சோஷயிஷ்யாமி, I am going to dry the entire ocean. These are the things you are going to witness shortly. Vainate yasya ya shaktihi mamasa marutasya va rite suparna rajanam marutam va mahajavam natadbhutam prapashyami yanmam prutamanuvrajet. He is now gotten to the state where he is comparing himself with two other greats. One is Vainateya, which is Garuda, and then Marutaha, that is his own father. Yeah, avalude Shakti ethana irukko, I am equal in Shakti to both these two other gentlemen. And just like you cannot beat Rite Suparna Rajanam Marutam va Mahajavam. மகாஜவம்னா வேகமா போறது, ஜவம்னா ஸ்பீட்னு அர்த்தம். மகாஜவம் இஸ் வெரி ஹை ஸ்பீட். ஜஸ்ட் லைக் யூ cannot defeat சுபர்ண ராஜானம். சுபர்ணா அப்படின்னா யாரு? சுபர்ணா அப்படின்னாக்கா நல்ல ஃபெதர்ஸ் இருக்கிறவான்னு அர்த்தம். சுபர்ணானா கருடர், சுபர்ணஹா. And he is a raja among eagles. So he has extreme power to navigate up in the skies. And Marutaha, just like that, natadbhutam prapashyami yanmam plutam anuvrajete. I cannot see anybody else who can compete with me when I start to fly high in the sky. Seriya? So basically what he is saying, that there are only two other people who are equal in capacity when it comes to speed, especially when flying. ஸோ இதுலேருந்து என்ன தெரியுதுனாக்கா, நம்ம ஹனுமத் கருடர் ரெண்டு பேரும் இருப்பா பகவானுக்கு லெஃப்ட் அண்ட் ரைட் சைடு. ஸோ தட் இஸ் சம்திங், there is a proof here in Srimad Ramayanam as to why you need both of them. Why the Lord is always accompanied by these two Nityasuris, and they are equal in power, stature, and bhakti to the Lord. Nimeshantara matrena niralambanamambaram sahasa nipatishyami ganadvityudivothita. Nimeshantara matrena niralambam ambaram sahasa nipatishyami ghanat vidyut iva uthita. That is the splitting of the terms here. What he's saying is, while I have the power to fly high up in the skies, okay, if you look at any adventure sports, it will take gliding, for example. It's important not only know how you should fly high, but it's equally important as to how you land back in the ground. இல்லையா? மேலே ஏறிட்டோம், இறங்க தெரியல, எந்த பட்டன் நமக்கு தெரியல அப்படின்னு முடிச்சுட்டு இருப்பாரு. So in this sloka he is talking about his power of coming back to earth, and that too at what speed? He is saying vidyudivothita, just like lightning. Vidyutana, lightning. So how does lightning strike back our mother earth? It comes down very, very quickly. In a split second, the lightning will come down from the sky to the ground. So, with a similar thud. I can drop down within a second and regain my complete stature. In fact, in the previous sloka, samahitaha plavamanaha அப்படிங்கிறார் ரெண்டு ஸ்லோகம் என்ன. I am going to display all these powers of mine with a matter of samahitam. Samahitamna, my mind is always composed அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. That means the origin of all this Shakti is some kind of inner tranquility. And the fact that he is a great Brahmagnani comes through with this word called Samahitaha. Samahita Manaha அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் நம்ம. நல்ல ஃபங்க்ஷன்னாக்கா எல்லாரும் சமாஹித மனமா இருங்க அப்படின்ட்டு. So therefore, it shows the fact that while they have extreme power, Lord Hanuman has the ability to get back to his Samahita state. And in this sloka, he basically says that he can land from the clouds to the ground in a matter of split second, just like how the Vidyut does. Bhavishyati hi me rupam plavamanasya sagare Vishnor vikramamanasya puratrin vikramaniva. இங்க ஒரு லெவல் மேல போயிட்டார் இப்போ. ஸோ வித்யுத் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாக்கா இட் இஸ் in the realm of இந்திரா அப்படின்னு வச்சுக்கலாம் இல்லையா. அவர் கையில் அந்த அமர் சித்திர கத்தெல்லாம் பார்த்துருக்கோம், கையில் ஒரு இது வச்சிருப்பாரு, லைட்டனிங் வச்சிருப்பாரு இல்லையா. ஸோ ஹீ இஸ் தி கண்ட்ரோலர் ஆஃப் வேரியஸ் எலிமெண்ட்ஸ். அக்னி மித்ரா வருணா எல்லாரும் அவருக்கு கீழே வேலை பண்ணுறதுனால he wields that lightning thunderbolt or whatever in his hand. சரி, நான் அந்த லெவல் மாத்திரம் நினச்சிக்காருங்கோ, ஒரு லெவல் மேலே அப்படிங்கிறார் இப்போ. சாகரே பிளவமானஸ்ய மே ரூபம் புரா த்ரீன் விக்ரமான் பிரக்ரமமானஸ்ய விஷ்ணோஹோ இவ பவிஷ்யதி. This is how we can unscramble the words into a proper Sanskrit sentence. So he's saying, when I fly across the ocean, how will my form look like? My form will look like Pura, just like in the past, when the Lord Mahavishnu took the form of Trivikrama. And I am going to resemble exactly like that. So that basically shows that Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana, he is Bhagavan because he has many auspicious quality. Bhaganaka, auspicious qualities, gunas, and his very nature is to be the controller of this universe. And at the same time, if somebody is very close to him, very close to his heart, he will actually transfer some of that energy and give that portfolio to the respective gods or devatas. And in this case, when Lord Hanuman says, I will resemble Lord Trivikrama himself, that shows what heights of oneness he has attained with the divine Lord. That is the takeaway from this slokam. Okay, he may be physically comparing himself with Trivikrama, because even in those days there would have been Puranas and they would have understood who Trivikrama is. Purana சொல்றாரு இல்லையா, அந்த காலத்துல இருந்திருக்கு. புராணம்னா that which existed long back அப்படின்னு ஒரு அர்த்தம் இருக்கு. அண்ட் பகவானுடைய அவதாரத்துல எப்படி அவர் திரிவிக்ரமன் மாதிரி he conquered the three lokas, bhuhu, bhuvaha and suvaha in 3 strides. பலி சக்கரவர்த்தி எல்லாம் தெரியும் நம்மளுக்கு இல்லையா. அந்த ஒரு ஃபார்ம மாதிரி இப்ப இருக்க போறது விஷ்ணுவோ இவ அப்படின்னு இங்க சொல்றாரு. இவ்வளவு சொல்லிட்டு now he starts to this is about his current state. Yeah, you will now see who he is in terms of his ability to see what comes ahead, what is in store ahead of us. Buddhya chaham prapashyami manascheshta cha me tatha aham drakshyami vaidehim pramodadhvam plavangamaha. the very first ray of hope to the various Vanaras. So we should all not forget what is the purpose for which Hanuman is displaying all this. Yeah. Is it because he wants to show who he is? He is now going to launch a new mission. He is going to go across into Sri Lanka in search of Sita. So that is the purpose. He is now going to link it with that. Plavangamaha, meaning monkeys, those who also have the ability to leap across. Aham buddhya prapashyami. Me manascheshta cha tatha aham vaidehim drakshyami pramodadvam. O Vanaras, I can see through my intellect very clearly that, and also the feeling in my mind, manascheshta, my antaratma is telling me that I am going to see Vaidehi. So this is a great revelation. As a true leader, as a true Shaktiman, he is actually, he could have simply said, I'm going to see Vaidehi. But before that, he has mentioned a lot of things about himself, why he can achieve that. So he's saying that I am a Shaktiman, I can do this, I can do that. There will be confidence in the Vanaras around him that yes, this is indeed the person who is meant for this mission. But mere physical prowess is not enough. So that's why he is going to the level of buddhi yoda kshetram. I can see through my mind and my intellect that verily and very shortly I am going to see Sita Mata. And pramodatvam. Oh Vanaras, be happy. Pramodam, modam abdina, to be happy in artham. And why is he saying pramodatvam? Very simply because the mood up to that point of time is that all the Vanaras and the entire camp is in despair. They are all in depression. They have figured out that Sita Mata is somewhere in this direction, or Sampati Solitar. But somebody has to go now. Who is that person who is going to go? Abdingra angle, everybody was depressed. But right now, Lord Hanuman is getting rid of this depression within the other Vanaras. So that's the beauty of Hanuman. அவரை ப்ரே பண்ணா நம்மளுக்கு என்ன கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னா, ஒன்று நம்ம சரீரத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய சக்தி, we will become healthy physically first, but more importantly manas and buddhi are also equally part of our structure, our body structure, and closer to our jivatma. And the mind and buddhi also need to work properly. At the same time, the final outcome of all this, why should all this happen to us? Why should we be healthy? Why should our mind and buddhi also be healthy? The answer is, we should all be happy. Pramodatvam. So therefore, the true purpose of praying to Lord Hanuman eventually is to attain that state of happiness. Adana manasla vechikkom. Marutasya samo vege garudasya samo jave ayutam yojananam tu gamishyami iti me matihi. Okay, now the fact is that I am powerful. I can grow to whatever size and do X, Y, Z. And now I am also seeing through my intellect and my mind that I'm going to see Sita Mata. So don't worry. But then some other monkeys probably would have gotten a doubt. இவர் என்ன சொல்றாருங்க, இங்கேருந்து அங்க போனமே, it is several hundred miles away. Is he really going to cross? அப்படின்னு யாரோ ஒருத்தர் ரெண்டு பேருக்கு டவுட் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஒரே பார்ட்டிலேயே இருந்தாலும் பார்லிமெண்ட்ல யாரையும் கைட்டி விட்டாரு நம்ம ஊர்ல இல்லையா? ஒருத்தராக கைட்டி விட்டு கடைசியில வீட்டுக்கே அனுப்பிச்சிட்டா. அந்த ஒரு டவுட் அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருந்ததுன்னா, it can be however small, it can grow into an avalanche very soon. So this sandeham, அப்படிங்கிறது it should not be there. It should be rooted out of our minds. And that is when true grace will flow into us. And Lord Hanuman, being a great Mahapurusha, he probably sensed that somebody is thinking, I may not cross these 100 miles. So மேலே போறார், கீழே வரார். இங்கேருந்து ஹாரிசான்டலா போக முடியுமா எக்ஸ் ஆக்சிஸ்ல அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு he is saying மாருதஸ்ய சமோ வேகே கருடஸ்ய சமோ ஜவே. Again, I am very good in terms of crossing things at speed like Garuda and my father. Ayutam yojananam tu gamishyami iti mematihi. Ayutam abdinaka any number of tens of thousands of miles, I have the confidence that I will be able to cross over. So that is what he is saying in this slokam. Then further he continues with his Shakti. Vasavasya savajrasya brahmano vasvayam bhuvaha vikramya sahasa hastat amritam tadihanaye lankam vapi samukshipya gacchaye meti me matihi. So நான் இங்கேருந்து அங்கே கிளம்பி போயிடுவேன். I have the ability to cross the ocean and definitely go and see Sita. But what I can also do is in the process, சவஜ்ரஸ்ய வாசவஸ்ய, நம்ம இந்திரன் இருக்கார் இல்லையா, வஜ்ரத்தோட இருக்கார் அவர். ஆர் ஸ்வயம்புவஹ பிரம்மணஹ, பிரம்மானுக்கு ஸ்வயம்புவும் தர்ப்பயாமி. So Lord Brahma, who is also a Swayambhu. What is the meaning of Swayambhu? He is somebody who has the ability to appear on his own. Swayambhu. He doesn't need any further cause. He is the primordial cause. Avadin artham. Sahasa hastat amritam tadihanaye. So he is imagining Indra holding a pot of amrita. So with the speed with which I can cross over, I can also bring the pot of amrita that Indra is holding in his hands, or from Brahma, who is also a Swayambhu, which basically means I have the ability to do a sancharam in all the three lokas. By the way, Lankam vapi samukshipya gachayemeti mematihi. I can bring the entire Lanka here, meaning he can uproot the entire Lanka and then bring it over here. That is the level of my power. Abdin sollaringa. Tamevam vanarasreshtam. Thank you. Tamevam vanarasreshtam garjantam amitaujasam prahishta harayastatra samudaikkshanta vismitaha. So the great Lord Hanuman, he is garjantam abdingirar. That means he is roaring aloud. Okay, he is mentioning who he is in reality, and Amitaujasam, he is shining brilliantly, and he is a Vanarasreshta. Tam Vanarasreshtam Harayaha Prahrishtaha Vismitaha Samudekshanta. Hari Harayaha, Hari Naka, one of the meanings of the word Hari. Hari has many meanings. Ana Vegama சொல்றது Hari, HURRY, அது வேற. இங்க வந்து Harihi அப்படின்னா one who is capable of attracting us அப்படின்னு ஒண்ணு. ஹரிஹினா மகாவிஷ்ணு, ஹரிஹினா லயனும் ஆகலாம், ஹரிஹினா இங்க மங்கின்னு அர்த்தம். அதனால கான்டெக்ஸ்ட் எதுவோ அதுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி தான் நம்ம மீனிங் பண்ணோம். All the great monkeys who were there, Samudaikkshanta, they all looked at him like this in great awe, and Lord Hanuman was shining brilliantly. And Vismitaha, all the monkeys there were really amazed. They were looking at Lord Hanuman in all awe, basically. Tasya tadvajanam shrutva jnatinam shokanashanam uvacha parisamhrishtaha jambavan harisatamaha. Ipo imagine there is a group of Vanaras. Just 5 minutes ago, there was no end to their depression. But now suddenly everybody has got that renewed rigor in life. There is not just a glimmer of hope, but we are going to achieve our objective. அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு extreme confidence from negative x-axis, it has gone to the positive x-axis. And இதெல்லாம் ஆயிருக்கு அப்படின்னாக்கா, once this happens with all your bandhavaha, who is the one who will highest sense of happiness? So if there is a family of a great joint family, usually has 40 people, no less than 40. Some years ago, you have to rewind, go several years ago. A joint family usually will be as big as a village. And if the entire family is happy, who is the first person to rejoice? It will be the head of the family. And such a head of this family is Jambavan. And he is actually who is Parisamrishtaha. He was very, very happy, very glad, not to see who Hanuman is, but to see that the other monkeys, their sadness or sorrow has disappeared. Okay, he knows that Hanuman, avardana sonnar Hanuman ke, you are so and so, ni periyalupan sonnare avardan. But now he's seeing that all the other monkeys are all relieved. That actually gave him a higher sense of relief. Harisattama, again, he is a Harisattama, means the greatest or the finest among all monkeys is Jambavan. Jnatinam shokanashanam tadvachanam. All ivalna jnatigal. Jnatinaka, they are all related in one manner or the other. Avalarkkudiya shokatta pokadigiradu. It has ridden the grief of all the jnatis or bandhavas. Then it is now Jambavan's turn now. He speaks up. Veerakesarina putra Hanuman Marutatmaja Jnatinam Vipula Shokaha Tvaya Tata Pranashitaha. O Veera Hanumane, Kesarinaha Putraha, you are the son of Kesari, which is Marutaha. Marutatmajaha, Kesarina Singamna Artham. And Tata, oh dear, Tata na appanu or arthagum. In the context of Tata na dear nartham. You have indeed removed all the great grief that existed in your jnatis. That is the biggest thing you have achieved just now, and I am very happy about it. Okay, so jnati nirndaka, today the biggest thing we do is to provide grief. Who is there to remove grief? Jnati sonale ondutana, so dayadigallam onduttar abinaka, we will all scramble. How do we take care of this request, that request? They each, everybody will come with their own set of requests and how to address many things. It is important to note that when we are living in a family, leave alone giving grief, we should think of how to make everybody happy. And one important thing to note here is that why was this possible? In fact, technically speaking, you see Mahabharata, it is essentially there because of the fight between jnatis only, very close jnatis. Whenever there are jnatis, by definition, there will be all kinds of disputes. But if I would reflect, why was this not there? See, normally in jnatis, one person may not be, let's say the Chittappa will not be a par. எனக்கு பங்கு கொடுக்கறதுல 10% குறைச்சிட்டான் அப்படின்னு the Chittappa will think. His son will think, that great teakwood furniture, I thought it is mine. They are giving it away to somebody. So everybody will have their own reason for grief. Whereas in this context, all the jnatis had only one source of grief, which is they want to go and see Sita Mata and bring her. So that is the unifying factor. So I feel all these jnatis, they were all happy at once because their source of sorrow also was only one. And there was a supreme person in the form of Hanuman who got rid of others of their sorrow. I believe probably that is the, Annaldan, wherever there is the Lord himself, Sutra Dhariya Irukkudiya Bhagavan, if he is the source of tying various souls, then there can only be Mangalam. There cannot be sorrow. If he is not the source of interconnection, and if Prakriti is the source, then there will probably be all kinds of issues. So that is probably another takeaway here. Tava kalyana ruchayaha kapi mukhya samagataha mangalam karya siddhyartham karishyanti samahitaha. Mangalam sannodne artha shlokatte mangalam varthe. Tava kalyana ruchayaha kapi mukhya samagataha. So you have now removed all the grief that was there mentally with all your jnatis, and they are all your well-wishers. Kalyana ruchayaha means ruchi. They all have the ruchi in their mind that they bring forth your kalyanam. And all the kapi mukhya, great heads of kapis, they are all here. Kari siddhyartham samahitaha. Rishidānca prasadena kapi vruddhamatena cha gurunānca prasadena plavasvatvam maharnavam. This sloka is important. So the fact that there is Hanuman here who is immensely capable of crossing over, and the fact that Hanuman is also quite confident. He can indeed achieve his target. But it is the duty of the eldest person in the house to remind us of our roots. Rishinam cha prasadena. O Lord Hanuman, O Hanuman, you are going to Plavasvatvam Maharnam. Maharnamna Samudram. You are going to cross over the ocean. But remember, why is this happening? It is happening because of Rishinam Prasadena. The fact that all rishis are happy with you. Kapi Vriddha Matena cha. Also those who are elder to you, they are also pleased with you. They are also blessing you. And third, Guru Namcha Prasadena. Your own gurus have blessed you. So therefore, for any activity to get to fruition, it is not just enough for us to have all the abilities, but at the same time, we are also reminded of our duties to rishis, the elders, and the gurus. And no better person to remind Lord Hanuman about this than Jambavan himself. Okay, so that's another key takeaway for us. It is, there probably could be a reason. Hanuman, of course, is a great Mahapurusha. But our or ego anging varathukku chance irkumo appadinu Jambavan yosichirukradhukku chance irukku. Okay, so adnala he probably is reminding that you are going to anyway cross the ocean, but I believe that these are also the responsible reasons for that. Sthasyamyaschaika padena yavadaagamanam tava tvatgatani cha sarvesham jivanani vanaukasam. Tava agamanam yavate ekapadena sthasyamaha sarvesham vanaukasam jivanani tvatgatani. At the same time, while he said Guru, Acharya, everything in the previous slokam, அப்படி பார்த்திருப்பார் ஹனுமான். என்ன போய் இப்படி சொல்றாரு, எனக்கு ஈகோ இருக்குமா அப்படின்னு அவர் யோசிச்சிருப்பாரு. அப்போ உடனே ஜாம்பவான் இஸ் ப்ரொவைடிங் a counter statement. He's saying, உன்ன மாதிரி யாரான வர முடியுமா? You are in fact our only source now. இல்லையா? என்ன சொல்றார்? Until you return, we will all stand in Tadasana. அப்படின்னா என்னது? Tree pose தானே கரெக்டா? அது விருக்ஷாசனம். சாரி, விருக்ஷாசனம் is the tree pose. ஏகபாதேன ஒரே ஒரு கால்ல நாங்க நிக்க போறோம். ஓகே, நீங்க வர வரைக்கும் we will always standing in one foot only. Tava agamanam yavat, until you return. Sarvesham vanaukasam jeevanai twadgatani. Remember, vanaukasamna who are all living in vana, which is forest la irukakudiyavanga yaru nambana monkeys இல்லையா? எங்களுடைய ஜீவனம் எல்லாமே it is all dependent on you. Twadgatani, you are the sole controller of our lives now. Okay, so therefore we all resolve that ekamatama eka padene tishtanti, we will all stand in only one foot அப்படினு சொல்றார் பாவம். That is the so he is reminding Hanuman of the fact that you are our savior, and remember we are going to be very, very intent on you coming back. We are very eager. That is what he is communicating. We are extremely anxious that you return with all glory. Tatastu harishardulaha tanuvacha vanukasaha neyam mama mahi vegam langhane daraishyati. Then Hanuman, now he has heard what Jambavan has said. So we are all eagerly waiting for you to return. What does that mean? What are you waiting for? Start. All the key has been given, petrol has been filled, credit card has been paid, and that has worked also. OTP work. So what are you waiting for? Tatastu harishardulaha tan uvacha vanaukasa. Hanuman is now replying. He is also a vanaukasa, right? And but he is a harishardula. He is a tiger among monkeys. Abin solrar. Neyam mama mahi vegam langhane daraishyati. Na iyam mahi. But please remember, all of you, that this great Mother Earth, she is not going to sustain the speed with which I am going to go forward now. Etaniha nagarasya shila sankatashalinaha shikarani mahendrasya sthirani sumahanti cha. He goes on to talk about how the great peaks, etaniha nagarasya shila sankatashalinaha, the rocks, shilaina rocks, sankatashalina, belonging to the great mountain ranges. சங்கடத்தெல்லாம் தரிக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு வஸ்து எது? மஹீதரஹா அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். மஹீதரஹானா மவுண்டன் அர்த்தம். In Sanskrit, one of the beautiful names is Mahidharaha. That Mahinaka, Mother Earth, we all know she is somebody who actually sustains us. She is the one who holds us all together. But and the Mahi, Bhumi Matave, yaar dharikira, who is the one who is holding her together? Abdina, it is mountains. So probably there is a geological or geophysical reason behind this. It is possible that the way the mountains have formed, they may be holding together pieces of Mother Earth. So that's why they are called as Mahidharaha. Andagalathle, they had that intuition. And Mahendrasya Nagarasya Etani Shikharani Sthirani Sumahanti. That means Mother Earth is not going to bear my speed. Not only that, even Mahidharaha, the great mountains, they are also not going to withstand my speed. Imagine the huge form of Lord Hanuman. He is going to now just push himself back and start flying. Yeshu vegam karishyami mahendra shikhareshwaham nanadruma vikirneshu dhatu nishyanda shobhishu. Nanadruma vikarneshu. So scattered with different kinds of trees. Drumana, trees. Nana vida drumam. Vikirneshu, nalla spread in the mountains. Dhatu nishyanda shobhishu. Dhatu na great minerals. Dhatu kalna solluvom. So these mountains are rich in various kinds of minerals and they are all shining with them. Shobhishu nartham. Yeshaha, here I am. Mahendra Shikareshu, Mahendra Parvatan where he was standing. Aham Vegam Karishyami. Don't worry, I am starting my rocket right away. Etanima manishpesham padayoho plavatam varaha plavato dharayishyanti yojananam itashatam. Itaha yojananam shatam plavataha mama nishpesham padayoho plavatam varaha dharayishyanti. So again, what he's saying is, when I'm going to cross over several hundreds of miles from here, the force with which I am going to crush the Mother Earth and the mountain, they are not going to withstand it. Basically, this is Newton's third law of motion. He is going to fly upwards, but he's going to exert force on Mother Earth and then fly. Yeah. So when he does that, this is what exactly is going to happen now, and you are going to witness. So with that, we'll conclude our session today. Overshot by a few minutes. I hope it's okay. Narayana. Guru Charanam Puja Nirbhara Bhaktaha. Guru
Charanam Puja Nirbhara Bhaktaha Samsara Dashira Muktaha Guru Charanam Puja Krishna Krishna Sendriyama Niyama Drashasri Chardaya Devam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate
Kayena vacha manasa indriyerva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavate karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai Srimannarayana yeti samarpayami sarvam Shri Ramachandra arpanamastu. Have a great day and week ahead.
Thank you. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Thank you.